Today we are going to talk about how to add and subtract 10 from a number. I know that when we're adding, it doesn't matter which number we start with because we're just putting those two together to make a sum or the answer to our problem. So I'm always going to start with my bigger number just to make it easier. 35. I'm going to show 35. And I know in the number 35, I have 3 in my tens place and I have 5 in my ones place. 3 in my tens, 5 in my ones. If we need to add 10 to 35, look at the number 10 right here. The first digit tells us how many groups of 10 I have. One group of 10. And the ones place tells us we're going to add 0 to the number 35. So if I know I need to add one group of 10, I'm going to place one more group of 10 right here. But in the ones place, there's a 0, so I know I don't need to add anything to my group of ones, my 5 ones here. When we're adding 10, we don't touch the ones place. There's still going to be 5 ones. I'm just taking a group of 10 and adding it there. So the only thing I'm changing when I add 10 is that first digit, the tens place, because that first digit tells me how many groups I have. I had 3 groups of 10. I added one more. So now I have 4 groups of 10. And I still have my 5 ones. I didn't touch my ones place, so it's still the same. 5, 5. Let's look at another one. Let's look at the next one. 62. Okay, I need to make 62. So I have 4. There's 6 for 60. And then I need 2 ones. 1, 2. It has 6 groups of 10 and 2 ones. If I want to add 10 to that, remember, I'm not going to touch the ones place because there's a 0 here in 10. I don't do anything with it. But I am going to add to my tens place. I'm going to add a 1. So I'm going to get 1 tens rod and add it onto it. I had 6 groups of 10. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 groups of 10 now, and I didn't touch my ones place, so I still only have 2 ones. Let's look at another one. My next one, 43. I have 4 groups of 10 and 3 ones. 43 has 4 tens and 3 ones. So if I add 10 to that, I'm not touching the second digit because there's a 0 there. I'm just adding 1 group of 10. There were 4 groups of 10. Now I have 5 groups of 10, and I still have my 3 ones. I want you to pause. What do you notice about the pattern when we're adding 10 to a 2-digit number? How did the numbers change when I add 10? Push play when you're ready. You should have paused and asked yourself, how do the numbers change when I add 10? Is there a pattern that I see? When we add 10 to a 2-digit number, the ones place stays exactly the same. 35 becomes 45, there's still 5. 62 becomes 72. 43 becomes 53. The ones place is always the same. All you have to think about is the first digit. You just add 1 to the tens place. 3 becomes a 4, 6 becomes a 7, 4 becomes a 5. Now, if you're subtracting, it's just the opposite. Let's see. What do you think is going to happen to the number in the tens place? Oops. In the tens place, if we're subtracting 10 from a number. Let's look at it. The first one is 35. We just did that one during the same numbers. We're just subtracting now. So for 35, I have my 3 groups of 10, and I have my 5 ones. Remember, I'm not doing anything to my group of ones, okay? My group of ones is 0 and 10, so I'm not doing anything to them. I'm just taking away now one group of 10s. I had 3 10s and 5 1s. Now I take one away, and now I only have 2 10s, and I still have my 5 1s. Okay, let's try another one. This time we're doing 62. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6 10s and 2 1s. Remember, I take away one group of 10. So I had 6, now I have 5 groups of 10, and I still have my 2 1s. Last one, 43. 4 groups of 10, 3 1s. I'm going to take away one of my groups of 10. Now I have not 4, but 3 groups of 10, and I still have my 3 1s. I want you to pause and reflect. What do you notice when you add and subtract 10 from a 2-digit number? Hopefully you notice that when I subtract 10, the number in the ones place always stays the same. 5 and 5, 2 and 2, 3 and 3. I ask myself, what is 1 less in the tens place? 3 to 2, 6 to 5, 4 to 3. All I have to do is either add 1 to the ones place if I'm adding 4 to 5, 6 to 7, 3 to 4, or if I'm subtracting, I take 1 away from the tens place. 3 to 2, 6 to 5, 4 to 3. So today you're going to practice adding and subtracting 10 to 2-digit numbers. Remember to use the pattern that we just noticed during the lesson today. It is that simple. Have fun practicing.